كل هاي الميليشيات تعين المستوطنين اللي احنا اصلا بنعرفهم مجرمين بلشوا يجوا مع الناس مع لابسين اواعي جيش ويهددوا الناس بالرحيل.
As global attention is focused on the Gaza Strip, a disturbing surge in settler violence has been observed in the occupied West Bank with the backing of Israeli forces. This has been coupled with intensified efforts to displace vulnerable Palestinian communities.
بعد 7 أكتوبر الإشي صار أكثر مخيف.
Since 7th of October, more than 2,500 Palestinians have been detained and over 230 killed in the West Bank. The number of Palestinians held by Israel has risen to more than 7,800, including some 300 children and 72 women. This number does not include prisoners from Gaza, which Israel refuses to disclose.
I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank. It has to stop. They have to be held accountable. It has to stop now.
The situation has continued to worsen in the West Bank, despite Biden's remarks.
الليل بيجوا علينا هم كسروا الأغراض وحاولوا ضربوا شباب ويعني كل يوم فينا مشكلة.
الحرب اللي تغير صار يجي على البيوت علينا، ما كان يجي على البيوت. صار يجي على البيوت يهاجم الناس البيوت. هذا اللي تغير بالحرب من 7 أكتوبر أول.
The increased settler violence include raids on refugee camps, bulldozers destroying roads, violence against farmers and the burning of olive trees and Palestinian properties. Last month, Bilal Mohammed Saleh, a Palestinian olive farmer, was shot dead while harvesting olives on his farm. This comes as Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has been arming settlers with more than 10,000 weapons in the occupied West Bank. Ben-Gvir has previously come under fire for his open racism and what many described as his declaration of war against the Palestinian Arab community.
הזכות שלי, של אשתי, של הילדים שלי, להסתובב בכבישי יהודה ושומרון, יותר חשוב מזכות התנועה של הערבים. סליחה מוחמד, אבל זו המציאות, זו האמת, זכות החיים שלי קודמת לזכות.
השר בן גביר.
Ben-Gvir, who was convicted of inciting racism and supporting a terrorist organization in 2008, is not the only dangerous far-right politician in Netanyahu's coalition. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, who also has broad powers over Palestinian civilians in the occupied West Bank, was arrested back in 2005 by Israeli security service the Shin Bet under suspicion of planning terrorist attacks. He was later freed without any charges being filed against him, but has continued to push rhetorics and policies encouraging settler attacks against Palestinian towns and communities in the occupied territories.
כי אני חושב שאת הכפר חווארה צריך למחוק. אני חושב שמדינת ישראל צריכה לעשות את זה. זאת אומרת, חס וחלילה, לא אנשים פרטיים.
Since their rise to power, both Ben-Gvir and Smotrich have pursued policies to drive Palestinians out and establish more illegal Jewish-only settlements in the occupied territories. The Palestinian Authority's Ministry of Foreign Affairs described these policies as part of Israel's colonial racist plan for Palestinians and accused Israel of engaging in a genocide, adding that the only solution is for international intervention to end Israel's occupation.
What I'm saying is politicians, and I've had many of them, sit with us and give us, some sad faces and some words of sympathy. But when it comes to action, I have not seen one action since Israel started building settlements again since we signed Oslo.
The gravity of the situation is underscored by international law, particularly United Nations resolutions condemning illegal settlements and calling for Israel's withdrawal from the occupied Palestinian territories. The increase in illegal settlements goes against these resolutions, making it harder to achieve a two-state solution where the West Bank and East Jerusalem would be a part of an independent Palestinian state.
What's concerning is they haven't learned the fundamental lessons that never again means never again for anybody.
The mounting evidence of violence and displacement in the West Bank raises critical questions about the broader implications of the situation. International institutions and leaders face increasing pressure to take decisive action and hold Israel accountable for its actions, a responsibility that cannot be ignored.